Good morning, you guys. We are spending the day doing a little fun Q&A for you guys. We're gonna answer some questions that I don't think we've answered before, but while we were driving to the natural park where we were going, because you know we always do our Q&As at like nature parks, we found something so cool. Do you guys recognize that moon man? That is the MTV Movie Awards moon man, like from MTV. This moon man was on TV. Isn't that crazy?
I have no idea how he ended up here at the Acme Industrial Supply Company, but there he is.
Wow. I just never thought, like, driving to this park that we were gonna see the MTV Moon Man, but we totally did. I wonder if he's for sale. I'd like to have him in my yard. That was pretty random, right? We definitely didn't think we were gonna see that driving out here. I'll tell you a little fun story while we're driving out here though. When I was a kid, my grandma, for whatever reason, thought it would be really awesome to have a statue of the Jolly Green Giant in our yard. I used to live with my grandparents, and they were throwing it away at Publix, just like a big humongous statue of the Jolly Green Giant. It was made out of styrofoam, and she totally took it out of the trash can, and we had a Jolly Green Giant statue in our backyard, well, when I was younger. So maybe that's why I want the statue of the Moon Man. It's like a continuation of my weird childhood.
Another thing that should be noted, every time that we go to a nature park, we end up going to like North Orlando, like the North Orlando area. And I think that that is because the nature parks are just better up here. Because it's like, Orlando is a city. Orlando is my city.
Yeah.
But because it's a city, there aren't as many like really nature parks. There's parks, like you can go and like there's swing sets and stuff like that. But if you want to get like nature, like into nature, you gotta go to North Orlando. So that's where we're at now. We're
just driving down this dirt road.
Yeah.
With all of these like big houses on the side.
It's pretty random.
This is very strange. Yeah, I think we're in horse country.
I think we're in horse country.
Where's the park? I don't know that this is actually a real park. This is really scary. And we just got the car washed yesterday too. I hope the park is down here somewhere.
Well, not down here, but down this other road right here.
This is pretty, I don't know. Oh, okay, this looks a little bit less scary. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about it.
Oh dear, I hope we don't see any bears. But I like how everybody writes, "Go back, it's a trap, ooh."
Wait, is it scary?
No, I think that this is kids trying to make you scared.
It's working.
We're heading off into the woods. All right, this is exciting. All right, what do you say? Let's get the Q&A started.
Yeah.
So normally in a Q&A, we ask you guys to ask us questions on Twitter using a hashtag. In this Q&A, we're gonna answer questions that we get asked all the time that we never give the answers to.
Yeah, so we're gonna answer those hard questions today.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are ready.
All right, number one, what is the equation for gravity? Not that kind of hard questions.
So the first question that we get asked, which we have answered this before, but we figured we'd start out with like an easy one, is how did you guys meet? Yeah. We have gotten a lot of new subscribers to the channel in the last few months, and I know that we've answered this question in the past, but we haven't answered it recently, so we figure this will be a good way to kind of like introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Tim.
I'm Jen.
We met back in high school.
Yeah.
So we went to like not rival high schools, but different high schools. Yeah. Yeah. And your boyfriend went to my high school, and my girlfriend went to your high school.
Right, and we were friends. Like, we weren't friends, but like I was friends with his ex-girlfriend, he was friends with my ex-boyfriend.
Right.
And then we went to college. I went away to college. I went up to Gainesville. Tim stayed here, and we broke up with our significant others. Well, they broke up with us.
Yeah.
But and then my mom actually got really sick, and so I had to come home from college. And when I did that, I didn't actually have like a room anymore, so I needed a place to rent. And Tim was like, "Hey, you know, I have a room for rent in this condo," so I rented a room from Tim, and then we just never moved out.
Yeah. So she moved in, and then the 2004 hurricanes happened.
Yeah.
And we started dating.
We were stuck inside for like 3 weeks, and we're like, well, we're dating now. So, but we, I think it's an interesting story though, because we moved in together first before we started dating. So it's different.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's not the normal like love story.
No, it definitely isn't. But we've lived together longer than we've been dating, so I always thought that was kind of like funny. But I think it really worked out for us.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Made it so that we could, like, we know each other really well.
We definitely know that we can live together. We knew that we were good roommates.
Yeah.
We were good friends. So we just never left each other. It just kind of continued.
Yeah.
Forever. So that was an easy one.
Ooh, look, this tree fell down. Maybe in the 2004 hurricanes.
Oh no.
Probably not though. It looks like it fell down early, like more recent than that.
It does look pretty recent by the bottom. What kind of animals do you think live in that hole?
Let's see here. Nothing right now.
Oh no, you put your hand in there?
Yeah. Those just to scare you.
It did, it worked.
This is like very typical Florida. This giant oak tree with all of this like moss and like air plants on it.
One thing I'll say about trees in Florida too is we have a lot of really good tree climbing trees.
Yeah.
Like lots of good ones.
These live oaks, definitely.
Yeah.
Because the way, I don't know why they do this, but they're always like bendy. Look at all these, like these are natural palm trees. Like these palm trees just have been here all their lives.
Forever.
Forever. And then of course palmettos. This was like what made Florida hard. Oh, what happened? Was there a bug?
I don't know.
Maybe a lizard.
I got scared. I don't know what's in the underbrush here and it's very scary.
But palmettos have been around for a long time, and this was what made Florida very hard to inhabit. When people first started coming to Florida, aside from the Native Americans, it was very hard to get through the palmettos because they're sharp. All right, next question.
Another question that we get a lot, and we just had a mail vlog. I think it was a lizard. And we got this question probably 50 times in the mail vlog, is what do you guys do for work? And we've never answered this question, and the reason why we don't talk about this kind of stuff... Oh no, is it too dark? Is it my hat?
Doing that. Oh, there it goes.
It's my hat, I think.
Yeah.
The reason why we don't answer that question, and we never have, and we don't talk about it, is because it's merely just for safety reasons.
Right.
Also, to be 100% honest, Tim worked with children, and so we would never want somebody to show up at his place of business because there are kids there.
Right.
So that would really get like him in trouble. It wouldn't be good for the children. It's just not a good idea. So that's the main reason why we never talked about it. But I will say, we can tell you what you used to do.
Yeah, I used to build houses. Like that's how I know how to do all of this. Well, not build houses and remodel houses.
Yeah.
That's how I know how to do all of the stuff around the house. I did that for like 8 years.
Long time, yeah.
Yeah.
People don't usually ask what I do or did for work, but I worked in retail. I was a retail like store assistant manager. Retail isn't fun.
No.
So
Retail is not fun. And check this out. We're on like a boardwalk now.
Yeah.
That's pretty
This
neat.
is like the little bridge.
Yeah.
This makes me feel a little bit safer, to be honest.
I didn't get a chance to. There was a skink. I don't know. Can you guys? Oh, something. There he is. He ran away. I know. I'm sorry, skink.
Oh, he's so pretty though.
I just want to show.
Blue.
I can't get close enough for them to see the blue. Stop running.
Oh no.
Oh, he was too scared.
You were like Zach Baggins.
Stop running.
Come at me, ghost.
What if the woods are haunted?
I'm sure they are. Why wouldn't they be?
All right, and the next question that we get asked all the time is, why don't you show your friends and family in the vlogs anymore? And this one's kind of a complex situation where we had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Like surrounding the vlogs, and it kind of stinks that that's the way that it is. But,
yeah,
you know, sometimes that sort of stuff happens where you have to make a conscious decision to keep some of your personal life personal.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think too, there have been times where I think we've sort of talked about this a little bit in the past. There have been times where people want more than we are comfortable giving them.
Right.
And there were times where people were trying to contact our family members. People were trying to contact our friends, like trying to get information about us.
Right.
And it was just really kind of, it was scary. It was scary. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for us. It was uncomfortable for our friends and our family. We don't want to put them in a position where we just don't want to put them in that position because they didn't sign up for that, you know?
Right.
And so that's really honestly the only reason why we don't show our friends and our family in the vlogs as much anymore.
Hopefully you guys understand that. It's just kind of, comes with the territory of vlogging, and that's something that you guys should know if you are interested in starting a YouTube channel. Whoa, what is that thing?
I don't know. It's like a weird firebug.
Whoa.
Can you see it?
I don't know if I can get close enough to it. It's moving so quick. Oh, alright. Bye. If you guys know what that is, leave us a comment. There was a squirrel that made a noise.
Was it a squirrel?
Yeah.
It was really big.
Was it like that? That's a squirrel.
No, it sounded like big. It like knocked over something.
Oh.
Do we go back?
We can.
Why is this like a Q&A and a horror movie right now?
We found out what it was.
It was a person.
It was a dude. He looked like...
He wasn't scared.
Yeah, because this is a hiking trail.
Well, do you want to go down this way?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a loop here, and if you look at the sign, it says this is 7.1 miles. Right there. You can go either way, and it'll connect back to this spot. So if you guys are, like, that's just something you guys should be aware of.
I'm gonna go behind you. Sorry.
There's like a lot of plants here. Okay. That's something you guys should be aware of if you guys are looking into starting a YouTube channel. There's a lot that comes with the territory.
Be careful what information you share. Be careful what you show. Be careful what information your friends and family share and show.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that comes with it that we didn't realize when we started this channel 8 years ago.
Also, I don't think 8 years ago it was the same situation as it is now.
Yeah, the like internet famous thing has really changed YouTube. Like sometimes not for the better, you know?
Yeah. And I think Jake Paul and Logan Paul are definitely making that more so.
Well, now you're gonna make all the Logan Paulers hate us.
Never mind.
No, but it's true. It's definitely true. So since we're answering the hard questions today, another question that we get when, since we're talking about friends and family and stuff is, why don't you hang out with blankety blank anymore? Why don't you hang out with so-and-so anymore? What happened to this person? The super short answer to that is people change.
Yeah.
Like we've definitely changed a lot in these, like it's literally been almost a decade that we've been doing this.
Right. And
I think that like watching the beginning videos up till now, I think you can probably see a change in us.
Oh yeah.
And I think that that's really just kind of what it boils down to is I don't know, we're different people. Those people are different people. We've grown apart. Nothing bad. No big dramatic story.
Right.
But it kind of is what it is. And we don't like to talk about it. That's not something that we really do, but we just wanted to answer it in this video here because we do get that question sometimes and we don't want to
get bit by a mosquito on my forehead.
Oh no, I thought we brought bug spray.
We did. I just forgot to put it on.
Oh shoot.
Look at this butterfly. Whoa.
It's so beautiful. Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Is it? Is it eating? What is it eating? I thought it did flowers.
I don't know. I love how it's like hovering around.
Whoa.
So big. I feel like we're in Jurassic Park.
Whoa. This is awesome.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Oh, I thought it was coming to land on me. Maybe it will. Dang. I thought we were best friends, butterfly. So the next question that we don't really answer very often is, why don't you do meetups? And
we get this one a lot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, number one, with Bandit.
Yeah.
Like, we can't plan anything out because we can only be gone for a very limited amount of time from Bandit because he has to be walked very often.
Yeah.
And so
another thing too is I've talked about this in past videos, but I haven't talked about it a lot recently. I have terrible anxiety, like as far as, I don't know, it's just sometimes it's scary for me to meet like strangers, like people that I've never met, or to be like accosted in the parks sometimes can be scary for me. I don't know, I mean honestly that's the God's honest truth is just like I'm afraid sometimes with my anxiety, and I know that it's like an irrational fear and that nothing is gonna happen, and it's just I don't know, my brain is weird. So I think it's one of those things for me personally, but also it's hard to film a video and have a meetup.
Right.
Like it would be tough for us to do both.
Right.
And I think that we kind of have to, because we don't have a lot of time, we have to really use our time in the most productive way possible for the videos so that we can show you guys what's going on. I think that's part of it. Yeah.
And also that kind of like goes into like me, why don't I use Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter as much? Because I am like filming the videos.
Yeah, it's hard to do two things at once. Like I remember when Periscope first became a thing, there was somebody that would tweet at us like every day, like, why don't you use Periscope? Why don't you use Periscope? You should be using Periscope. And it's like, I need to grow a third arm then.
Right.
Like it's so hard to keep up with Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. It's just really tough. And especially because we're just two people, we're not like some big company, it's just us.
Right.
So we're just trying to maximize our time with you guys like as much as we can, you know, as far as like the video goes.
Yeah, and anything that I would take a picture of, film, or like Snapchat, I'm just gonna put it in the video. So you guys are seeing everything that I would Snapchat or Twitter or Instagram.
It's not instant for you. You'll have to wait until the next day. But hopefully you guys understand. It's nothing like, you know, we just don't have enough arms.
Right. Check this out. Do you guys see all of the eaten? No, the pine cones that have been eaten.
Oh.
This is from squirrels.
They eat pine cones?
They eat the seeds out of the pine cones.
Oh my gosh. Like pine nuts?
Yeah, I think so.
Nuts?
I think they are.
Oh my god, they have such sophisticated palates.
I know.
All right.
Here's a question that I just got recently that we don't get very often, but I thought it was an interesting question.
What?
And it was, Tim, why do you sweat so much? Because I do. I don't know. It's just like right now I'm sweating way more than you are.
Well, that's because like I wear my hat and like my moisture wicking clothes. I think I prepared better for this than you did, but also I have so much sweat dripping down my back into my butt crack.
That was a pine cone that just fell from a tree because the squirrel was eating it.
So I am definitely still sweating, just in different places. And for our last and final hard question that we don't usually answer, this is the one I think a lot of you guys have probably been waiting for, is when are you going to have kids? Why don't you have kids? How many kids are you gonna have?
And in all honesty, sometimes that's kind of a rude question.
Well, I think what it is that I disagree and I agree with you. I disagree with you because we are YouTubers and we put our entire lives, well, we put a lot of our lives out there for people to see. So I don't think it's a rude question in that respect because we show you guys so much. Why would that be a rude thing to ask?
Right.
But I will say this, when you ask those questions, you don't know why they don't have children.
Right.
For us specifically, we can't have children.
Right.
So it is a sometimes a hurtful question to me, purely because it's like having 200,000 mother-in-laws ask you, why aren't you pregnant yet?
Right.
It's just tough because it kind of makes me feel like incomplete in a way and almost like I failed.
Right.
Like honestly, like I don't want to get upset, I don't want to get emotional, but like that's really kind of what it boils down to. So when I get asked that question, or Jen, you look pregnant, I get that a lot, which is like really crappy. It's tough because we have tried. We've been together for almost 15 years now.
Right.
And we've been married for what, 7, 5, 6?
Since 2011.
For a while. We've been married for a while. So
yeah.
In the scheme of things, this would be the time where you would have children.
Right.
It's not for lack of trying. I will tell you that. We definitely, we have tried. It's something that we tried for many years, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we did all the things. We made sure it was the right day and, you know, all that.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. So
all the scientific stuff.
We did, yeah. And it's not something that
and I will say this too. This I don't want this to be an invitation to tell us different things that we can try.
Please don't.
We've made peace with it.
Yeah.
Like it's just the way that it is.
Honestly, yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah, we're not looking for any advice on this matter. I'm just purely answering the question for you guys that have been asking.
Right.
So that's all that it is. And it does, although it may not seem like a hurtful question, it makes me remember that there are some things that I can't do. Right. Which makes me, again, feel incomplete and like a failure. So I hope that that makes sense to you guys, and I'm not like asking for pity or anything. I really, really just want you to know where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. But we're okay. We love each other a lot. We're celebrating our love every day. We're spending as much time as we can together. As somebody who came from like a childhood of divorce, I love what we have. Yeah. I don't know that having children would make our lives better or worse. Right. But I do know that it's not something that's in the cards for us. Right. And I'm okay with that. Like, we've accepted it. Mm-hmm. We do have, we have lots of friends and family with kids that we can definitely enjoy the time with them. So our lives are, they're good. Yeah. It's totally fine. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's just something that we've made peace with. So hopefully that answers that for you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
So I am sweating profusely now.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the car.
I think we should.
Yeah. So there you have it. Those have been the difficult Q&A questions that we get asked pretty frequently.
That we don't usually answer.
Right.
But today, we wanted to, you know, we didn't want to keep anything from you guys, and we wanted to give you guys like the best answers that we could, without getting too deep into everything. But I'm glad that we did it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we are off, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.